You have to slay this MAGA party. This is no longer the Republican Party I lived in, sir. This has been decapitated, hostile takeover, third party insurgency has changed this into a Frankenstein monster of anti-democracy. So we have to beat them. Let me give you three things. Some of them are going to be controversial for your party. And so, you're probably going to get some negative press, me saying this on your air. And I apologize to you in advance, but I hope that people listening will be open-minded because I want you to win. You have to slay this MAGA party. This is no longer the Republican Party I lived in, sir. This has been decapitated, hostile takeover, third party insurgency has changed this into a Frankenstein monster of anti-democracy. So we have to beat them. So if I would say, let's leave off the table the open primary. It didn't happen. I think we would have liked to have seen that starting in September of 23. And that would have built up a case and somebody would have got to the top of the pecking order. That would have fortified that candidate. But in the 107 days, I'll just make three very close observations. Number one, the vice president is a very competent, very capable leader, but she was not a great risk taker in that moment. Unfortunately, to rise to the presidency now, it requires exogenous risk. If you've got a group of handlers around, you say, don't go on Rogan, don't go on this person, don't go on that person. Fox News one time, not 25 times. If I were her, I would have said, hey, every morning I'm going to be on Fox News. I'm going to eventually chum up to those anchors that hate me, and I'm going to get some messaging out there where people will see that I'm not the demon that they're trying to present me as. You see what I mean? I would have said, hey, Fox News, I want to be on every day. These podcasts that people are excoriating me, these alpha bro podcasts, at least once or twice a week. Okay, so she was not a risk taker. That's number one. Number two, Robert Caro, in his books on Lyndon Johnson, which I think are some of the best biography ever written, he describes Humphrey's situation with Johnson. He didn't break from Johnson. Johnson comes out of the race in 68. Humphrey waits till October 1st to break from Johnson. He's not even willing to do it then. He's such a gentleman. Johnson brings him into the Oval Office and says, you got to break from me. You want to blankety blank on me on the Vietnam War, blankety blank on this, blankety blank on that. You got to do it. And so he starts that process in October. It's too late. And unfortunately, the vice president's respect for Joe Biden, that infamous line that she says on The View, I can't think of anything I would have done differently, is harmful to her because we're in an anti-incumbency moment. And she needed to do what Johnson suggested to Humphrey. But in Humphrey's case, it was too late, sir. The polls were closing. He was catching Nixon when he made that break, but it was too late. And then the third thing, and I know this is really going to drive everybody crazy. So you have a fire extinguisher behind you in case your hair sets on fire, because the third thing is really bad. You're okay?
Jesus. That's
okay,
a good
I just want to make sure you're
Anthony.
you're in a flame retardant vest there.
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
Okay. The third thing is, how on God's earth do you let Bobby and Elon out of the party? How do you guys do this? Okay.
I wasn't expecting that.
I'm sorry?
Interesting. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Okay, but how do you guys do that? Okay, Bobby is a Kennedy.
Yeah.
The whole family's tied to the party.
Yeah.
He actually wants to stay in the party, and I know this because he endorsed the back of my Bitcoin book, okay? And I know Bobby forever from New York. How do you let Bobby out of the party, okay? And even if you don't like Bobby or you think he's a kook with the vaccines, you open the tent, keep him in the party, because he's got that bro connectivity that costs you a few points where you don't want them.
Right.
And Elon, I don't care what the UAW is saying or whoever told Biden to disinvite Elon from the electric vehicle summit. I don't know who it was, but President Biden should look, man, I'm sorry. The guy's the richest guy in the country. He's got a $44 billion bullhorn, and he's coming to the party.
Well, he also created the space. You can't. How the hell you have an electric vehicle?
You don't have to sit next to the guy, and you may not like him because he doesn't have a union shop, but he's our guy, and we got to keep him in the party. And so those two guys, they hurt you in Pennsylvania. Elon hurts you in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
he hurts you in the Twitterverse, or whatever you want to call it, with the toxic algorithm. And Bobby hurts you. And I'm just submitting again, this is the indictment of your party. If I could be bold enough to say this to you respectfully,
Sure. Yeah.
open the tent, hold
That's
your
it.
nose. If somebody like me wants to help you, invite me in. I will try to help you. Get those guys back in the party. I know you want to cancel them now. You want to blow up Tesla vehicles and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Get Elon back. Okay, calm down. Calm down. He's shooting rockets into space. He's got an environmentally friendly vehicle that he's made, which you guys used to buy in droves. Let's calm him down. Let's disengage him from where he is right now. Get him back to neutral, because those three things hurt Harris. No risk taking, no break from Humphrey, and how the hell do you let Bobby and Elon out of that party?